We live. Hello, welcome.
What's up, everyone? Good morning, good evening. Welcome to the Trading Nut live stream for the London Sesh. So, my name is Rodrigo. I'm with my cousin Diego, and we are the bank level traders. So, this is now our fourth week.
Yeah, fourth week.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
fourth.
we've been doing some live trading for those of you who are new. I think the first live stream we managed 7-10 hour. The second week took a loss. It was a 1 hour. The week after what was the week after? Caramba. Was it a winner?
Last week.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, we smashed it. There was a trade on, I think
Hong
dollar
Kong
CAD
trade.
went up to about 7 or 10 now.
Dollar CAD, yes, 7 or 10 hour. Yeah, that sounds about right. And
Yeah,
then this
yeah.
week, there's another potential 10 hour trades. I mean, you guys might be thinking, oh, you're trying to you're catching 10 hours on the regular, but we really are. You can ask the community, but because we're using the lower time frames on the M1. So it's what happens when you use the same strategy that you use in the daily or the H4. And if you average, let's say, for example, 2R, you go to the 1 minute, that all of a sudden becomes 6-7R. It's as simple as that.
There you go. There you go. And guys, um, Diego actually done an interview podcast with Cam on the Trading Nut YouTube channel. So if you guys haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. Because Diego basically goes through his story, so it's very, very inspirational. So go ahead and check that video. I'm gonna post it over on YouTube on the chat, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. It's called the 10-hour trader leaves 2-hour hedge fund days behind. Cam comes up with the most snazzy YouTube clickbait titles. I love them.
Literally. And there's that's more or less my story, my background, and there was an interview and then a live trade that I was planning, and now there's a follow up. If you post the follow up link, I think there's a premiere today or tomorrow. So if you watch the interview first and then the link that Rodrigo's about to post, you can watch that second.
Okay, and let me just double check I've got the right link then.
The first one's correct. 10-hour trader leaves this, and there's another one that can post.
Oh yeah,
the premiere.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Valley Boy, are you saying 10 off for the week or 10 hour in just one trade? Just one trade. One trade. Every trade lately on the minimum we're catching is literally around 10 hour, to be honest. On average. Every now and again we might close early, it might go to 20 hour, but it is around 10 hour. I mean, yesterday one of the members of the BOT community caught an Aussie long, caught 10 hour, cashed out, called it a day.
Oh yeah, it was that Shine?
I believe it was it Shine on the Discord. His name is Aim High or something.
Yeah, that's Shine. Yes,
Shine,
Shine.
my man. Yes, he's killing it. He's been killing it for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well
our
done.
Shine's in the building as well. He's in the chat. Yeah, he caught 10 hour on Aussie, which was
Shine's in the
one
building.
of
What's
the
up,
trades
Connor?
that we
Connor,
done on the
BLT
live.
member.
Nice.
Zombu, another BLT member.
Good morning,
What's
Sensei. You're a Sensei too.
Yeah, Shine.
Man,
That was you. Love that. So guys, like there's already bank level traders absolutely smashing it. Like what would, just imagine this, just catching 10-hour trades on a regular basis. What could that do to your lifestyle? Like how can that actually impact your trading? How would that make you feel? I mean, if you lose 3 or 4 trades in a row right now, you're going to feel like crap. You're going to feel rubbish, right? But if you're a bank level trader and you lose 3 or 4 trades in a row, but your winner is going to be 10R, are you really going to be annoyed, pissed off, frustrated because you just lost 3-4 trades in a row? No. As long as you're following good risk management, you're keeping your risk consistent, you just got to wait for that winner.
Exactly. Even Valley Boy in the chat. Good work, guys. Basically saying he's only caught a 10R before on the H1 and the H4, which took 8 days. And to be honest, back in the day, I was struggling to catch 4-5 on the H1. So that's really, really good. Whatever strategy you're using, Valley Boy, that's a really good strategy. Fair enough, it took you 8 days. But if you use the same strategy, backtest it on the 1 minute time frame, I'm pretty sure you'll kill it, and you'll catch tenor within an hour with the BOT. And it's normally within 1 to 2, 3 hours you'll catch tenor. But the good thing is, it's not only what Rodrigo just said; it's the fact that you're learning a lesson. You're learning from yourself from that trade within 1 to 3 hours. So imagine taking 1 or 2 trades a day every day. You're learning so quickly rather than having to wait 8 days just to learn from your loss, whether it's a good win or a bad loss, right? So there's so many positives when it comes to it.
Indeed, indeed.
Shine,
So
I got 10 hour in hours in an hour.
yeah, just a
sounds
few
about right.
hours. That's absolutely amazing. You know, there's a lot, like the trading. You can scale so much, like and then the fact that we've got funded services available. You've got City Traders and Imperium. You've got other firms that are offering capital where you can trade remotely. Like never been in such a perfect time to be a trader.
Oh, you guys are
You've
so
got,
lucky.
yeah, like Diego and I, we had to hustle. Like we had to, go look for investors. We had to work at different trading floors, and we had to commute. We had to do all this
Yeah,
networking. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was good experiences, but the whole point of trading is for freedom, right? And to be a funded trader and be able to live wherever you want, trade, spend, you get to control your own time. That's freedom. I mean, the money is money. I mean, you don't need a lot of money to live a great life, right? It's just the freedom of choosing and being in control of your own time. That's why we're here. And now that we've got funding, we've got CTI's new funding programs. If you guys are ready for funding, go check out CTI. If you're not ready for funding yet because you're still learning a strategy, or if you don't even have a strategy, then come to our bank level trading community. Join us. I mean, we've proven ourselves to everyone. There's like, you can't get any more proof than taking live trades, right? Putting our reputation on the line and absolutely smashing it. There's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of traders out there that have the balls to go live and be like, okay, let's look for a trade.
yeah, they
Let's look
won't
for
do
a
that.
trade
A
because
lot of it
they,
is
yeah,
screenshots from trading view before and afters when you can just do back testing. So there's no credibility to that, It's hilarious.
yeah.
I'm just reading the chat. Valuable, that's why I'm here. I suck at, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I used to suck at day trading myself, but when you think about it, every single strategy, every single, not just smart money concepts, not just bank level trading. Let's say you're doing moving averages or Fibonacci, the same fractional that you trade on the daily or the H4 is going to work exactly the same on the M1. So all you need to do is backtest, simulate it, spend hours and weeks as backtesting your strategy on the M1, get familiar with the muscle memory and the patterns and whatnot, and then go to the lab markets. You just need to put the work in. Your strategy, believe it or not, it does work. You just need to test it on the M1 because it works exactly the same on the higher time frames. Why trade on the higher time frame? Because people were telling you it's the safest way. The lower time frames are risky, but when you look at the real big dons doing it in the institutions, the big algorithms and the hedge funds, they're just scoping on the on the lower time frames. They're doing day trading, and it's what they do. Right? As retail traders, we just get taught to trade the weekly, the daily, trade structure, very basic way, and candlesticks and baby pips, and you struggle. See? Rian Zade, are you guys doing day trading? Yes, we are. We are doing day trading. Every now and again, that day trade does turn into a short-term swing, which just completely exponentially increases the gains, of course. And random ideas, love from India, love from the UK.
All
Okie
right.
dokie.
So
Rodrigo, you ready
sure.
to start?
Yeah. I think we got enough people in the house. Let me just double check a couple of things. Do you want to get your screen ready as well?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, my screens are ready.
all right, guys. So before we get started, um, make sure you're hitting that like button. Show us some love. It will really support this channel, supports the algorithm. It allows us to reach out to more traders that are just like you, and they need help with trading. They need to see how professionals are trading, how profitable traders are finding 10-hour trades, showing actually what's possible when you dedicate yourself, when you commit yourself to trading, you commit to financial freedom, and you're doing it for your family, you're doing it for your community, right? And you're going to be the one that's going to break your family out of poverty, because you guys, the system is broken, right? The system is broken. Education system is broken. Everything is designed to keep you down, right? And the wealth is not equally distributed. Okay, so this is our time now. This is our time to take from the wealthy and distribute it properly to those who deserve it. So if you're willing to put the work in, guys, then it's time to focus. Let's get straight. Let's sync up with the charts. Let's put your phone away. No social media, apart from our live stream, of course. No distractions. Let's get into the zone with the markets, because this is real trading, guys. This is how we do things in bank level traders. It's not a game. We're not here to play games. We're here to make money. So if you guys are ready, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And yeah, let's get into the markets. Let's get into the zone, guys. So I'm gonna start sharing my screen.
Let's do this. Oh la la, look at that sexy chart. What are you telling us, Rodgo? What are you telling us?
All right, so guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've actually been away this week, so my charts haven't been updated. So I'm just gonna update my charts with you guys, just so you're gonna see my process. I'm gonna move a little bit quick, just because that's just the way I do things. But I'm gonna try to explain what I'm seeing. So right now, let's start off with the indices. So the reason why I go into indices is because I want to see, especially US indices, I want to see what smart money is doing, right? Are they moving into, or are they moving out of equities? I've got yields here. Are they moving into yields, or are they moving out of yields? So I've got the 10-year yield here. I've got the VIX as well. And so all this grid is just showing me really what smart money is thinking, where the fear is, where the greed is in the market. And I know there was FOMC yesterday. I haven't actually gone into detail on the statement, but sometimes all you need to look at is a reaction. So what is a reaction from yesterday's FOMC? Not much, right? So that clearly means that pretty much everything's been priced in already, uh, for any sort of quantitative easing and rate hikes. It looks as though we've capitulated earlier last week on the 20th. That's a beautiful spike down. We had this earlier this week on the S&P 500. We had a nice quick move down. I love seeing these wicks. And then I look at that bullish engulfing. This is just showing me, this is showing a very, very nice potential bottom, right? The only thing I don't like about this on the H4 is we're seeing some compression here. There's a little bit of compression. There's not much follow through. So yeah, there's a little bit of compression here. So this could end up turning into a potential fake rally where we get a further capitulation lower. Who knows? For now, this is just what I'm seeing. Now, on the bigger picture, if we zoom back out to the daily, we're still in boomerang territory. If you don't know what the boomerang is, then join the bank level traders. But essentially, it's a reversal pattern that we're looking at here. So yeah, there is potential, but there's also a failed. This could potentially be a failed boomerang because price obviously has come back down. So in these situations, we may have to just update patterns. You know, we may have to continue to update. Like I said before, I haven't updated my charts. So you know, we could see further downside. Okay, so that's in the S&P 500. If we go into the VIX, so this is obviously measuring volatility, and if we zoom out, the market right now, I guess, well, the way how I'm seeing this right now, we're sort of moving sideways above sort of this. I mean, I would say this entire zone between 25 and 38. This is like sort of above average fear, but we're sort of bouncing off this sort of medium line where there's a bit of neutrality, bit neutral here, but still we're above neutral. So we're for me, there's still a lot of fear in the market. So it's quite difficult to read when price is moving like this. So it looks as though the market is waiting for a new catalyst. What is it? Probably data driven. So let's continue on. Now, if I was to, for those trading indices, I would, I'll probably be leaning towards. Let's have a look here on the. This is the Dow. Let's go on the daily. The Dow is looking a lot cleaner, to be honest. As a boomerang, very nice, very nice. Okay, so we've got a potential. Let's get these equal highs in here. Very nice. Okay, so I'm really liking these these equal highs here. I'm liking the fact that we've got our boomerang, we've got our and we've got price, we've got follow through. Okay, yes, there's a little bit of there is a potential wedge in play, so something to be very, very wary of. So let's just have a look here. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, so it looks as though I want to be targeting these equal highs today here on the Dow. We've got this ascending pattern. This is a bullish pattern right now, just because of just the nature of where it's happened. So I'm really liking this. We've got these relatively equal highs here. Let's have a look at this. Okay, very nice. So let's get focused in. I'm just going to change, yeah, so you guys can see a little bit clearer of what I'm looking at. So those trading the Dow or US30, that's the ticker that I've got here. There is a potential for a long. I would probably I'll be interested to see how price reacts around this this imbalanced region. So definitely keep an eye on that. We'll set an alert here. Now, if we're gonna see a nice pop up on the Dow, that could potentially give us a pop. Well, that might give us a bit of a drop on DXY, and DXY. I haven't updated my chart, so again, I'll let Diego cover the DXY in a little bit more detail because Diego's a lot more in sync with the DXY this week. But from what I can see, let me just update my pattern here. Yeah, I can actually see this dropping a bit lower. Yeah. Okay. I'm liking this pattern. Let's get rid of this pattern. That's pretty much almost, yeah. I can actually see this dropping a little bit further. Let's just check on the daily. What's been going on the daily? Oh, yes. Yes, I like this. Very nice. Okay, so keep an eye on this imbalance, guys. This will be a nice TP zone. So for those, yeah, I really like this. There's even more imbalance down here. Wow, this could actually tank today. Hopefully Diego is looking for shorts on the DXY today. I'm not even sure. We'll have a check. So okay, so that's what I'm seeing currently. If we have a look at the economic calendar, let's see what's we're expecting US GDP data, very important today. Okay, so in a few hours we're expecting a lot of volatility on GDP. Now forecast is expected, we're expecting some contraction, expecting a slowdown in growth. Wow, okay, this is not good. And we've got initial jobless claims that actually might, today's catalyst is very good for some volatility on the dollar. So definitely we want to be finding a setup, I would say, before the data release, so that we're just ready to go. So let's see what Diego is seeing on the dollar pairs, on the DXY, on the dollar pairs. This is what I'm seeing so far. So yeah, let's bring Diego back in. Hey.
Hello. Yes, I heard you talking about DXY. And I think you might be onto something, Rod. I think you might be onto something. The DXY does look bearish, I do
Okay.
believe. Yeah, let me share my screen. Hold on. Where's the share button? Boom, boom.
Guys, if you've just joined us, welcome. And yeah, so the way we trade is smart money concepts with patterns, like patterns from Elliott Wave. From also we use a bit of Wyckoff, but we have our own unique way of doing SMC. So if you just joined us, smash that like button. If you enjoyed that analysis just now, Diego's about to go in, and you all know Diego's a beast on the charts, a beast technical analyst. So make sure that you are focused, you're sharp, taking notes, and you're ready to go. So over to you, Diego.
Thanks for the intro, Rod. You forgot to say beast in trading as well.
Yeah, of course.
Let's do this. Okay, there we go. I can see my screen now. Okay, cool. The DXY. Hold on. Yeah, DXY. So obviously this has happened, and this has already happened. You know, price is up here and it's reversed, right? Now, what I just wanted to cover, let me just change this to this. There we go. What I wanted to cover is what you can do sometimes with parallel channels is you can anticipate a second tap, because if you, for example, have a trend line here, right, it's going to be quite hard to anticipate sort of this tap there, right? So what you want to do is you can use this indicator and use a parallel channel to anticipate a parallel tap of this particular channel, right? It's a nice little trick that it does work wonders. There we go. Something like this. And obviously once price is dropping, this drop we were expecting it ages ago, literally at the start of the month, and it has been dropping. Notice this schematic here, quite textbook. Look at the bearish momentum. Look at the compression. Hold on. And then look at this compression. Look at that pullback. Now we've got bearish momentum again. What do you think is likely to happen next? Of a pullback, right? A bit of a pullback, compression, followed by bearish momentum. And there's your bearish momentum. And again, in the middle, there's like a middle intersection, compression, correction, bearish momentum, and now the trend has completely reversed, and it reversed from where? exactly where we anticipated, which was this particular parallel channel. And we also had, this is a confluence, we had 1, 2, and then obviously a bit of a third tap boomerang, right? So this is something that we could have anticipated. You don't need this anymore, it's quite old. And this is, we'll leave that here for a while. So what I'm saying is you can anticipate a reversal from here by using these confluences and this parallel channel, but most importantly, the smart money concept. So the imbalances, the banker blocks, the bank levels, and all the information is here to the left. So you look left, structure and levels, they leave clues, and we can pinpoint exactly where they're reversing from. So that's just one sort of example on how we can identify the reversal using patterns. Okay, if we go to the 1 hour on the DXY, to be honest, this needs to be updated, so I need to update it now. Where we at? So let's move this trend line here as a reference. This is fine. I mean, this trend line, this particular trend line here, that's completed, right? You can see it's completed, look. So you've got your 1 tap, your 2 tap, and it's broken, retested, and this is messing around. So to be honest, this trend line now is just irrelevant. I'm not interested in it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to update it. And what I mean by updating it is I'm just going to move my trend line to this relevant structure and have this now as the new trend line and the new pattern. And we're also going to do the same with this. And now all of a sudden, we've got this. We've got a new channel, right? You've got 1, 2, 3, and potentially a big drop to the downside coming. Right, so maybe that was what Rodrigo was seeing. So let's go to the H4. So one thing you want to do as well is constantly zoom in and out of every time frame. You know, even if you're trading on the H1, look at the daily, look at H4, look at the H1. Do your analysis on the H1. But while you're doing it, don't forget to zoom out onto the H4 because you do miss some stuff. It's really hard to keep in track of everything. So sometimes if I'm looking at the 1 hour and I'm just reading this price action, and I'm like, okay, yes. Oh, look, there's a pattern here, there's a pattern here. But then I forget there's, if I zoom out, I might see something different. And then I'm like, I might just be like, oh, wow, there's a massive wedge here, right? So zooming in and out on every single time frame is really, really important. So let's go back to the H4, see what else we can see. This trend line here, we'll leave it there as a reference. So the reason I'm leaving it here is because this is the relevant pattern, right? It's not this one. This is quite old. However, if price breaches this trend line and goes up, then obviously the plan B trend line will come into action. But for now, it's irrelevant. So I'm just going to separate it. No, trader, he wants to catch another 10-hour trade with the BLT traders. Smash the like button right now. Yeah, definitely. Well, we might see a 10-hour trade today. Can't guarantee anything, can't promise anything. But there's normally a 10-hour trade every single day, if I'm honest. I'm going to separate this pattern. So notice how I've got 2 patterns in mind. I've got this sort of potential wedge, which is irrelevant for now. And we've got this intersection mini descending channel. So, I'm preparing for all these scenarios right now. So that's the game plan. It's rejected of this channel. So there is obviously that possibility that price could continue going up. But I don't really like the way it's reversed from this area. It's reversed from the point of interest very correctively. So that's something to keep an eye out. Momentum and correction plays a big part in the strategy. Okay, let's go to the H1. What do we have here? Okay, this is where it gets interesting. So on the H1, from what I can see, it's a bit messy. Let's go to the 15-minute. I mean, this is very old, right? This is quite old. I was anticipating a reversal from this bank level, which is right here. It did more or less reverse. Obviously, I'm using a pattern. Now, I'm going to update this pattern to something more recent. And we can now use this as our pattern. I'm going to separate this pattern here. Separate this pattern. And this trend line again, that's actually old. This banker block has been filled, right? You can see the spike, look. This was actually one of the reasons why I caught Aussie long, and one of the members called Euro long as well. It was this particular banker block right here. We forecasted it once it broke structure, and then we saw a potential reversal of this banker block. And one of the members caught a 10-hour trade, which is pretty decent, using the DXY as a confluence. So that's a 15-minute. Let's start tidying up the chart. This is a old. Delete all these trend lines and patterns that are irrelevant right now. It looks like this H1 imbalance has played out. As you can see from here, look. This is the imbalance from this high and this particular area. And the imbalance within this zone has already played out, right? So that's complete. So I can also delete this. Let's go to the M15. These areas here, believe it or not, they have a significance, but not now. Obviously, once we catch a long on a dollar pair, then I'll definitely be looking at these point of interest. I've got liquidity pools, banker blocks, and bank levels that have formed into a multi-liquidity pool. So yeah, I'm not going to get into detail what all that means because it's just a different language for some of you guys. But I will leave it approximately here on a recent relevant area. So we can leave that there. There we go. And lots of bearish momentum here. We do have some equal lows that we could be targeting at the moment. You can see that momentum. What else do we have? Let's go to the M5. On the M5, it's literally just been breaking structure, to be honest. Yep, breaking structure on the M5. It's bullish here. And then we also have this pattern here. The moment is not really recent yet. So this pattern here is already telling me that this wedge is very likely to just fail. So this expanding pattern is likely to just fail. Let's separate this pattern again. Oops, it's an old pattern actually. Let's focus on this particular pattern. There we go. So at the moment, you can see that price is more or less in the middle of no man's land. So you don't really want to be taking a trade there. But we do see some equal lows there, which is pretty decent. So I'm actually very confident that this is going to definitely take out these equal lows very, very soon. We could set some alerts here. Gonzalo. Oh, wow. Smashed it. Good morning, guys. I banked a 7-hour trade this morning with the BOT strategy on the GBP USD before it made a bullish momentum on the M5. Lovely. Just before the jigsaw down. Great catch and many more every single day. Gonzalo, smashing it, man. You're smashing it. I love it. I love it. Well done. Okay. Nice bearish momentum. Equal lows. Yeah, Gonzalo's been killing it while you were away.
Gonzalo, hey.
Killing it. I love it. Oh, look at that momentum. Sorry, guys. I need to look at my Aussie trades. Like, come on. Hold on. Okay, that's doing pretty well. All right, I'll go back to DXY. Got my alerts. This is going to hit these equal highs probably today. So I'll set some alerts here. Okay, DXY. So yeah, lots of moves to the downside. So let me look for a buy setup so I can start taking some profit on the Aussie because I do have the full risk still on. I'm not gonna. It's got too much technicals there. So when I do cover Aussie, I'm just gonna look at a more basic chart. Okay, DXY. Let's go back to here. So it's looking very bearish, man.
Yeah. Let me know when you want to jump off to manage your trade. I
don't think I'm gonna. I've got alerts and they're far away, so I'll be fine.
Nice.
Thank you. I mean, by the looks of it, guys, these equal lows, they're about to get destroyed, right?
Yeah.
But we are going to. I'll look for something down here. Maybe there could be a confluence down here somewhere. We do have a little bit of an imbalance on the M15. So I think what I might do, I might just bank some profit on the DXY, even though my game plan does say to be banking above the equal highs. But you know, I'll get into the zone. So I need to get into the zone. I don't want to make a decision here just because it's a live stream. So let me set an alert around down here. So, you know, there's a potential buy, but everything's just pointing south, isn't it? Now, if this ends up completing this pattern, the thing is, it's quite unlikely now for this to reach all the way down here because the way it's rejected it is quite corrective. So what might happen is there might be a rejection and maybe another pattern and then a drop, or maybe it just continues going higher. So I'm definitely going to look at price action at this area. So notice how I'm just kind of speaking out loud. Notice how I don't have that stubborn mindset where, yes, the pattern is telling me it's coming down here, right? But I'm also very analytical. I'm like, okay, have that probabilistic mindset. Take a step back and be like, okay, what's the likelihood of price coming all the way down here, right? It's quite likely because of the equal lows, right? However, it's rejecting of this tap quite corrected. I don't really like it. And now there's compression here. And there's some confluences here for a potential trade. Look at this channel. Look at this boomerang. Look at the equal lows. Look at the imbalance. So the probabilities of this dropping, not just because it's corrective, but because of the confluences I just met, that already decreases the chances of price coming all the way down here. So for me to hold my trade like a hero on the Aussie without banking profit and expecting it to go here is stupid, right? So I need to readjust the rules, even though it hasn't hit the equal highs on my Aussie trade. So I'll be looking at all these factors.
Guys, if you didn't hear that, if you wasn't paying attention, Diego basically just went through a solid process based on what is happening with price action. So there is, when it comes to when it comes to price action trading, SMC trading, there is an element of discretion. Indeed, there's a little bit of an echo. I need to put my volume down. So there is an element of discretion, but with what we do at the BLT is we have systems. We have a system to get in, we have a system to manage the trade, and we have systems to exit the trade. And these are all based on back tested and simulated. Most important, simulated. We've simulated all of this on years worth of data, right? We use Forex Tester. There's soft Forex. Most of us using Forex Tester. So we go back in time and we're literally on all time frames, just simulating all different scenarios. Now, some of us we exit more aggressively. Some of us exit a little bit more conservative. You know, it all depends on each trader, what pair and what time frame you're trading. So the process Diego just went through it was essentially a process that we use price action and correlation and multiple time frame analysis in order to manage an existing trade. And so what we're showing you guys is very few traders are showing you is actually trade management, risk management, using price action, live real-time price action in order to make these effective decisions. Why do we do this? Because the market is dynamic. The market changes all the time. You're in a trade and you have a plan, right? But you know, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. You know, like Mike Tyson says. What are you going to do when things start shifting away from your plan? You need to have a process, right? That has an edge, that you've back tested it. You shouldn't be making emotional decisions. If you're making emotional decisions because you're in profit and you don't want to miss out on this profit, and you're just exiting the entire position, and then it eventually ends up hitting 10R, 20R, but because of emotion, you decided to exit the trade. Well, you know, that's unfortunate, isn't it? But if you've got a process that tells you to exit the trade, even though it goes 10R, 20R, over a long period of time, you have that edge will play out, and actually you making the right decision, not based on the outcome, but based on following the process. So hopefully with these live streams, you guys are all learning how we process things in real time. So are you happy to share your screen again, D?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. What you saying now?
Yeah, that's the DXY. Euro Euros is gonna go for it. It's about to just skyrocket. And I know one of the members, he caught it again. Was it Lawrence or I don't know? Somebody caught this trade here. Whoever it was, they caught a 10-hour trade around down here. So it must have been, yeah, caught around a 10-hour trade within what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Okay, pretty decent.
Pretty decent. That deserves a round of applause. That deserves some likes. So guys, if you actually have you got it on Discord, Diego?
Yeah, I can look for it. I mean, to be honest, I'm so used to catching the 10-hour trades, it just becomes normal. But then I
Yeah,
forget that, we also used to come from that paradigm where we used to average 2 or 3 hour. We'll be, I was about to swear that we'll be really lucky to catch a 4-hour trade and we'll be so excited. But now catching 10-hour trades on a regular basis, it just becomes normal. It's just a normal standard. But other traders are not doing it. It's like, wow, okay, yeah, it's decent. But you guys will understand 10-hour trades are just quite
should
the normal standards.
should we do something? Look, there's currently about 115 watching us live right now, but we've only got 54 likes. If we get to 100 likes, Diego will break down that trade. What do you guys say?
Ooh, I don't know, Rod. That's
Is that a fair trade?
I can not, well, I don't know if I should break that down. That's too much alpha.
There's too much BLT alpha there. Yeah. All
Yeah, but
right,
I could
guys.
break it down, but I can filter some of the tricks down. But if we see 100 likes on this Euro trade, then fine, It'll
All
be a
right. Where are
one-off
we
trade.
on? All right, guys. We're on 64 likes, 65. Okay. All right. So there's people want to know about that secret sauce.
Yeah, I mean, there's still another 34 left. So yeah, if we see 100 likes, then fair enough. I'll break down Euro because I remember doing the live stream and then I was expecting A, B, and C to happen, and then some of the members caught it and they actually managed to catch 10 Rs.
Okay, we're on 74. Okay.
You guys are hungry.
Yeah, you guys are hungry for knowledge. I love that.
Joe has caught the same trade and still in it. Fantastic, legend.
Nice.
Connor, that's a good thing for the BOT. You can personal. Why can I say that? Personalize it for your own personality. It's because I was reading the two words at the same time and it's tongue twisted it.
Guys, when you're a trader, you can still be dyslexic. It's okay. You don't need to be able to spell properly or read properly. As long as you read price action.
That's all you need, That's all you need.
Diego, you've been reading too many candlesticks.
I know. I mean, I've got a different language. I speak 3 languages: English, Spanish, and candlesticks.
Yeah, that's it. All right, we're on 78. Okay, well
let me while everyone's doing the lights, let's get into this trade. So yeah, there was a boomerang.
Wait, not yet. We're on 79. So in the meantime, let's see if we got an alert on DXY. Did you get it?
No, not yet. It's down here. I'm expecting some profit taken down here. Euro, this is most likely going to go up, but I can see a pullback from around this area here. So today could be a bit of a profit taking day.
Yeah, we'll someone's Valley Boy is saying cable's about to launch.
Nice. I guess Rodrigo can cover that. I can check cable real quick, but these are really the only pairs that I trade: Euro, Aussie, dollar yen, and dollar CAD. That's more than enough for me. Okay, I'll get back to Euro another time. Dollar yen. Dollar yen, well, it missed one of my entries, or one of the scenarios, sorry. And obviously it's now been dropping. We do have some lovely break of structure.
Ooh, what a move.
What a move, yeah. I think dollar yen is probably my favorite. I mean, this is quite old. I can delete this. We can separate this. And we can expect some form of a pullback or some confirmation from around this banker block. What else do we have? Yeah, that would do. Whoa, let's redefine it on the M1. Nice and tight. And then we can also have this imbalance right there as a bit of a plan B. And I do kind of like that plan B because we do have some equal highs there, which are a bit worrying. And there's a bit of a cheeky little bank level right there. And we've got the extreme scenario, which is down here, but that's quite unlikely considering the momentum. Right, and depending on price action, it might even come sooner towards this imbalance. We never know yet. Right, it really depends on the pattern, but you know, this is the 5-minute time frame, so anything can happen. I mean, it's not really. Nah, we need to go to the M1. Is this? I mean, this is quite old, to be honest. Yeah, it's not going to work. Yeah, I think, yeah, dollar yen it needs time to develop. Price action is not ready yet. You know, what is most likely going to happen is this. Look, there's a bit of a, this happens a lot. You know, there's a bit of a flag, turns into this flag. They might rally a bit, drop, fake out, rallies, and then it completes a 1, 2, and just a larger 1, 2, and then it drops, and then one last rally, and then boom, a boomerang of this area. So this needs time to develop, but trust me, on dollar yen. So I will set some alerts up here. I really do want to get in dollar yen. I've been waiting to get in dollar yen, but I've just been waiting for confirmation, and the confirmation is finally here. This is the confirmation I've been waiting for. So yeah, definitely waiting on potential shorts. I can see dollar yen trickling its way down towards, wait, this is quite old. Actually, you know, we can use that. Let's use, there we go. No, okay, I do believe there's something here. Actually, let's update this. There we go. Got a bit of a plan A pattern and then plan C pattern, and we can see some equal lows there. This is where I'll be expecting buys. So this particular imbalance, I'm going to remove it. And this is just a textbook example of, you know, there's bank levels here, bank levels and imbalances there, here as well, here as well. I'm just doing this quickly. I don't have to explain it. I mean, there's another bank level right here. Now, the difference, you know, what many smart money concept traders do is they take every single one, right? They take one right here and they have a 10-hour take profit. They take a loss. They get tagged in, they get tagged out. Then they catch this one. They lose another trade. Then the next one, they lose another trade. Then the next one, 4 trades in a row. Then the next one, 5 trades, and boom, on the 6th trade, they've hit 10R and they're still in profit because of the risk reward, right?
Oh, bro, you just gave me gray hairs there, man.
Yeah. We can't do that. it's so long just catching all these unnecessary trades just because they're smart money concepts. But this is why we use patterns, because we're using patterns, and not only the patterns that we see here, but the pattern in Confluence with a boomerang. Boom! Come on. And you're catching this one and eliminating all these unnecessary noise.
All
That's
right.
just that.
You just gave away some sauce right there, guys.
Yeah,
If
no,
you
that's okay.
if you were
I'm getting too
listening,
passionate. I can hear it. I'll stop. I'll stop.
yeah. If you were listening and paying attention, just smash that like button. Let us know in the chat what you guys are thinking, or what you guys feeling from our show us some love in the chat. And if you guys got any questions about to give us, feel free to ask them in the chat. If you got any chart requests, you can start posting those over as well. How many likes are we on now? Did we reach 100? We're on 89, it seems. So
Yes.
okay. So when we reach 100 likes, we're gonna break down the 10-hour trade. Okay, so someone wants to look at the pound yen, and can someone look at gold, dollar? Okay, so I can cover Guppy for you.
Yeah, go for it. I mean,
Worldwide
I'm more or less finished because dollar CAD
gold.
it just looks rubbish for me. It's just it looks so ugly. I want to be taking a trade here or up here somewhere, and maybe there could be a scope. This is just messy. Aussie, I was gonna cover it. I was gonna cover this trade that I caught here. I'm currently up around 10R. But I'll do that after. So yeah, Rodrigo, if you want, you can cover pound yen because I know you do that trade in pound yen.
Yeah. Okay. So pound yen. I haven't updated my charts, so we're gonna just let's go into it. So guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. Show me some love because I'm about to get into sync with the pound yen. I haven't traded the pound yen properly. This was a trade that actually I think the BLT there was this trade here. This was an amazing setup actually. I remember we broke it down. I'm not going to go into it actually because it's a little bit too much sauce in there. We'll delete that. Okay. So we've got this pattern. We've got the breakout prices. So okay. So here let's go start off on the daily on the pound yen. I'm seeing, what am I seeing? Okay, on the daily, it looks as though we've got a massive break of structure lower, and it looks as though we're correcting higher, but right, and obviously moving sideways. So on the daily, it seems as though we could potentially go lower. However, it all really depends on how the yen is performing, because if the yen continues to weaken, then that's obviously gonna drive prices higher. So whenever I look at the pound yen, I also look at the dollar yen and the pound dollar as confluence. So if I just have a quick browse at the daily here on the pound on cable, this is looking like a very bullish chart on the daily on cable. And if I have a quick look at the dollar yen, I know Diego was breaking it down, but let's have a look at to see what I've got. Okay, so the dollar yen, we're getting a pullback. Looks like we've got some yen strength. So if we're seeing a little bit of yen strength, we're seeing a little bit of pound strength. No wonder we're seeing a little bit of sideways movement here on the pound yen. So whenever I see a situation like this on the pound yen, it means we are in a ranging market. We're in a corrective phase. This is a corrective regime. And so in these situations, these are perfect opportunities as a SMC scalper to just be in and out, in and out. And so this is where you need to be thinking like a sniper. You need to have a strategy, a process. You can't be greedy in this type of in here. You can't be expecting 20, 30 hours. You got to be humble. You got to be looking for those humble 3, 5 hours. And I'm happy with that. I'll take that all day long. So on the 4 hour, it looks like we're sort of moving sideways. So I all I want to know is where is the liquidity? So if we have a look at here on this 1 hour chart, I'm using these indicators that tell me what day of the week we're in, and also I've got these daily highs and lows. Hopefully, let me know if in the chat if you can't really see that. But this just gives me an idea of daily high and low profiles. London, Asian, New York ranges. And the pound yen, it loves to trade through these ranges in and out, as you can see. So a lot of manipulation going on. So what am I seeing now? Obviously, we're seeing a pop on the pound yen because we're seeing obviously a pop on the pound dollar. So it looks as though we have, it looks as though we're seeing potentially for this playing out. So let's see. Okay, this might be a potential where price is potentially heading towards. Okay, interesting. That this might be an option. But again, I'm looking from what I'm seeing. We had a nice move higher, but that completely got faded on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, all of the price action from Monday and all of the price action from Friday, that just got faded completely. And so for price moved all the way down to about 158, I believe. Is that 158? Yeah, 158. And it's created I guess this support area. Now, whenever I see something like this, I've just become very suspicious, because why create these equal lows? Why create this support that has been we've got 1, 2, 3, and then this fourth one, it failed. So I get really suspicious with these moves, especially on the pound yen. I want to take these out. Honestly, it's just screaming at me. Okay, we've got an alert on the DXY. What's going on the DXY? Okay, so the DXY, as anticipated, we're getting a big drop. Diego's probably managing his Aussie on the back of this move. So good luck with that one, Diego. What's going on the Aussie? Aussie's moving higher. Very good. Diego's trade is moving in favor. Let's go back to the pound yen though. Whilst that is happening. Okay. All right. Alerts are popping off. Good, good, good. What else am I seeing on the pound yen? Not really feeling this pattern. So whenever price is consolidating like this, you want to be looking for trades at extremes, right? You want to be looking for trades here, and you want to be looking for trades above these sorts of levels of structure and liquidity. That's basically what you want to be looking for. Trying to find trades around here, you're going to get caught out a lot, right? And you're going to have to wait quite a long time to find a decent trade. So in these scenarios, that's basically what I'm looking for. I'm looking for longs at these discount levels, and I'm looking for shorts up here at these sort of premium levels. So that will be my game plan, I guess, for the pound yen. Right now, this is no man's land. So if I can find, it's not to say that I'm gonna look for a long from here to here or a short from here to here. I'm not saying that. Like I said before in the beginning, I'm looking for humble returns. I'm looking for a humble trade. I'm looking for to catch some sort of spike, and I'm looking for those sorts of spikes. Very nice, in and out. So that's what I've got for the pound yen so far. But because both the pound is looking a bit strong, the yen is looking a little bit strong. It's not the strongest right now. It's not the strongest sort of chart to be looking at. If there was a request for gold, so I'm going to go ahead and check out gold now. So we're seeing a move lower on the DXY. This is the daily time frame. We're seeing price move lower here on the H4, which closes in 1 hour. We're seeing a massive move lower. And here on the 5-minute, as you can see, we've taken out quite a lot of liquidity, and it just looks like, yeah, just as anticipated, we're seeing, yeah, it looks like prices heading lower towards the 101.55. These lows, 101.60, around there. Let's see what's happening. Let's go back to gold. So if we should be seeing a little bit of a move higher on gold. Let's see what's going on. So got H4, H1, 5-minute. Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of a upside on gold here. Nothing that's screaming. Nothing that's screaming. Let's okay, so we got on the H4, got beautiful impulse higher. These equal highs have been taken out. Price has moved lower. I'm definitely anticipating for like medium term. I want to see some longs on gold. I would like to see gold head over to the around 1876. So I do have a bit of a long bias. However, we could end up seeing a situation where price actually moves lower before it goes higher. So so on the lower time frame, this is an M15. Okay, so M15, we've got these relatively equal lows here. We've got this pattern that hasn't yet completed. So there might actually be an opportunity to fade these equal lows and take price towards, yeah, I like this. Okay. So that might be a potential TP. If we go a little bit lower, I've already, okay, so I've got this mapped out already. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We might get that opportunity. We'll see. So even though we're seeing some upside on the DXY, there might be a potential for some manipulation lower. I would like to obviously short gold, very, very, very short term. I wouldn't want to be caught offside on this one. But I'm definitely favoring the longs. Definitely. I'd love to get into a long around this sort of region. So by the 1830, that would be pretty good region to get in long. Take out this structure low here. That would be amazing. Otherwise, Not seeing anything high probability right now. No high probability setups, no trades for today. So let's see what Diego's up to. What do you think of this move on DXY just now?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. That's what we expected.
Yeah. Let's see if we've got any comments here. So have you managed your Aussie trade? Yeah.
Yeah. It's doing pretty decent, but there's nothing to manage. I'm just letting it run really.
Okay. Good. Yeah, it looks like it's moving higher. Are you seeing any potential setups?
I kind of need there's no setups unless we get a bit of a counter trade if the DXY bounces off where I'm expecting it to bounce off. Then I
Okay.
think I'll just be taking some profit. Don't think there's any good trades today, if I'm honest. Perhaps dollar yen, but I think after this live stream, we'll be finished. I think dollar yen will be a good short for later on.
Okay.
As for euro and Aussie, they're just flying, So there's no trades. It needs to pull back. It needs to relax a bit, and then maybe tomorrow there'll be a long. But at the moment, it's just going parabolic.
Yeah. We should already be in these type of trades, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So whilst we let the market develop a little bit more, feel free, guys, on the chat. Let us know what you think of the analysis so far. Let us know if you've learned anything, and yeah, fire away some questions as you got us live right now. Take advantage. Okay. Oh, look at that. We reached 100 likes. You're gonna have to break down that euro trade.
Yep. Okay. Where we at?
The people have spoken.
Literally. It'll be a brief one. Where are we at? Okay, cool. So, with the euro, can you see the screen?
Yep.
Okay, now this is a trade that I personally didn't take. Well, I was actually waiting for it, but it just never fit my criteria. I was waiting for Aussie, and I did manage to catch Aussie, obviously. But this, I believe it was Shine or Lawrence, or somebody called, a few members called it actually on the BOT community, and it was actually this euro long, which is pretty cool. Obviously, what we can see is this: look, 1, 2, and they boomerang, a fake out of this pattern. This is why we call it a boomerang, because it's got a boomerang shape and it's hunting price. It's, boomerang's a hunting tool used by the Australians, if you didn't know, right? So we've got a third type boomerang, right? 1, 2, and a boomerang. But what's important is the compression nature, right? It needs to be very corrective towards the boomerang, because normally what happens, compression leads to a rally. Compression leads to a rally. Compression leads to obviously a drop. Compression, it comes up. Here we've got a bit of a larger compression, hence why I am looking at taking profits soon on the dollar. So if we use those principles into obviously the euro, we've got a boomerang for a tap. So first of all, we've got a boomerang. That's a nice little tick. Second, confluence of the equal lows. Finally, they got taken out, right? Which is good. That's a good sign. It means liquidity is getting grabbed. Anything below any equal lows, it just means that there's a bunch of orders somewhere down here, right? And this is what happened: accumulated and it rallied. No surprise. Now, if we go to the 15 minutes, so first of all, at the time when this was happening, we kind of had this sort of parallel channel. Price then started to drop, it then bounced off, and then it just messed around for a bit. But then it formed this. Once it formed this particular tap, this pattern here, and it failed from here, it failed to come up here. This means that this pattern is irrelevant. It's old news, right? Think about it. Price is doing this, right? This is the structure of the pattern. Fair enough. But if this happens, then there's a new pattern here. So we need to act on this pattern. So this is basically what happened here. So I'm looking at that pattern at the time, doing the live stream, and I'm expecting price to basically rally to the upside. Why? Because of the large compression nature, especially here, is squeezing. There's a bunch of confluences here for a reversal. If you looked here to the left, right, we've got bank levels. There's an imbalance. There's equal lows here. If you can see on the smaller time frame, there's equal lows here on the smaller time frame. You know, let me just show you guys so you guys can actually see it. So if we actually go here, there was in fact some equal lows right there, and there's a little imbalance. There's a breaker structure here. We've got a bank level over here. We've got a banker block. There's so many levels, right? But none of them are going to be valid for the BOT members unless there's a pattern with it, right? So obviously the pattern came, and the pattern was this particular boomerang. So I just explained the third tap boomerang, 1, 2, and the boomerang, right? And there's also this pattern here, right? 1, 2, and the boomerang. So it's like a double boomerang on the euro. So we got the confirmation, fair enough. We got the confirmation, and then after, you know, member could have taken it, but we don't take that trade there. Would have got stopped out anyway. What we do is we go to the lower time frames on the 1 minute chart, and the member ended up catching this trade. So this is a good confirmation. There's a wedge, another pattern on the smaller time frame. So notice how the patterns become a lot clearer when you go to the M1, right? Because I couldn't see it as on the M5 or the M15, but you can see it very clearly on the M1, right?
I think that's a lot of sauce right there. That's a lot of sauce, guys.
Maybe it's too much.
Yeah, you're getting into flow there.
Yeah, maybe it's too much. Okay, so so the member caught a trade here with a nice couple of pit stops, approximately from down there, and yeah, he ended up taking profit at this relevant imbalance on the M5, right? So that was one opportunity. And the second opportunity is once there's, you know, you've got the confirmation, there's going to be a pullback towards where the liquidity is at, which is obviously...
We said one trade, bro. We said one entry.
One entry. Okay. Maybe
we need 200 likes, yeah? 200 likes to get it to get the second entry.
True. But I mean, come on. Look at the abundance of trades.
I'm joking.
Yeah, no, but look at the abundance of trades. I mean, we're using the same principles. Look at the imbalance of the banker block here, and we've got an exit here for a reason, right? And look at the reversal. You really need to do 1 or 2 pips below. So at least the start of the imbalance, and here is what the start of the imbalance to include the spread, right? So this is why with this particular trade, you want to include the spread. Realistically, it'll be here, look, somewhere there. And it will be around something like this, more or less. So yeah. So 1 trade, 2 trades. There's trades everywhere. And look, this is the 25th of May at 2 p.m., right? At 3:35 in 1 hour and a half, my guy just caught a 10-hour trade. And then at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. on the same day, and another 2 hours later, at 8 p.m., another 10-hour trade. Imagine that. There's an abundance of trades. So this is why we don't really care when we miss a trade, because there's always around the corner. And I'm pretty sure I can find a trade here as well.
Hold on, there's a question here by Tim. So Tim says, great analysis, but how do I improve my psychology? Right. So
good one. There's a few tricks to that. This is a
Let
me say my part, because Rodrigo's going to go on one for like 3 hours. And he comes in with the most amazing gems. So take your notes that when Rodrigo speaks about psychology. My note on psychology, Rodrigo's going to cover what I'll say anyway. But what helps me personally is having rules. Once you've got a very systematic, strict set of rules, you just follow them, and it makes psychology easy. But to get those rules, you need to really backtest the hell out of your strategy, right? And you know, because if you just have rules, it's not enough. You need to backtest everything, and it just makes a lot easier. And obviously, your sleep and your diet is going to affect everything. But you know what? Let me stop. This is where Rodrigo gets into his vibe. So, Rod, go and take over. I'm going to get my
Yeah.
popcorn
So
out.
actually, what you said in your interview yesterday. So
Haven't even seen it.
I watched your interview on the Trading App podcast. So if you guys haven't yet seen it, um, if you haven't yet seen it, I did post a link earlier on. Where is it? There it is. So yeah, go check out this link. Just go check out this video where Diego basically tells his story. So there was a section on there where Diego talks about psychology and what actually improves. How do you actually get the right mindset? How should you think? What is the process for it? Well, um, it all comes down really to your daily routine. Now, if you can be consistent on a daily routine, that includes your sleeping patterns, that includes your diet, that includes who you hang around with, that includes hydration, that includes exercise. You know, these sorts of factors. If you can be consistent with your daily routine, you will be consistent in your trading. Why is that? Because it's very difficult to learn discipline on the charts, on your trading. It's very difficult. Why? Because we all come in with the average way of thinking about making money. And so nobody likes losing money. We don't like making mistakes, right? So when you bring all of this average way of thinking into trading, guess what? You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be annoyed. You're going to be angry. You're going to be anxious, right? You're going to go, when you get it right, guess what? You're going to be euphoric, feeling joy, excited, sometimes a bit arrogant, right? Why? Because you love winning. We love to be right. So you've got these like crazy emotions, like either too negative or too positive, right? So the way to basically, I guess, condition your mind so you don't respond like that and you're more sort of in the middle and you're neutral and you're composed, whatever the result of the trade, is by following a daily routine consistently. If you can do a daily routine, write down a checklist of all your daily routine, evening, morning, and you can follow this 30 days straight, you will be ahead of 99% of traders. Now, are you willing to sacrifice 30 days of your life to be a 7-figure funded trader? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. Who's hungry? Who wants to be a 7-figure, financially free, funded trader remotely? You work from anywhere in the world. Who wants that? Say me, say I in the chat. If that's what you want, really. Okay. Now, are you willing to sacrifice 30 days to put in a daily routine and just consistently do it? I'm not asking you to backtest. I'm not asking you to join the bank level traders. I'm not asking you to, I'm asking you, can you follow a daily routine for 30 days straight? If obviously 1 or 2 days you might be a bit unwell, or you might have to go to work earlier, children, family. Okay, there might be 1 or 2 days you might miss, but you get the idea, right, guys? 30 days. Can you do it? I challenge you. And so hopefully next week, when you guys come back, you guys can let us know how was your first 7 days of following a daily routine. We'll see how it goes, guys. So yeah, that's how you can improve psychology. So see if there's any more comments here from anyone else.
I've just banked some nasty profits from Aussie. So
Nice. So Lucas is saying daily routine is important, but technicals and knowing how to walk away from the charts when you're rushing trades is more important. Yeah. But technicals and knowing how to walk away from the charts
It's
when you're
crazy
rushing
how it's all
trades. That
related because I mean, knowing when to walk away from the charts and following your rules, doing your checklist, journaling your trades.
that's psychology.
Yeah, but it all comes down to probably one of the most important things that many people just bypass it, and it's your sleep and your diet. Like it's so important. Sleep and diet. Think about it. Your sleep affects your trading. Your mind needs to rest when you're making hard risk management decisions. If your diet is very crap and poor, believe it or not, that's going to affect your trading, right? If you have a terrible diet, it's not going to affect your trading in that way. What I mean by that is if your diet is just poor, right? Because initially we're basically financial athletes for the mind, right? If your diet is poor, what's going to happen is when you're trading, day trading, you're going to feel a little bit tired. And when you feel a little bit tired, guys, you're going to misread a chart or you're going to miss a trend line or miss a level. And just that one split second can completely change your whole analysis and you take a loss. Boom. Right? Your diet is so important and so is your sleep. Then everything comes into process, the process, the routine, exercising, journaling, checklist, back testing, simulation, they all go in hand together. But what I believe the most important thing is sleep is number one, followed by diet, and then everything just kind of just compounds together. Really, really important, everyone.
Yeah. So what were you seeing on DXY? What's going on with your Aussie trade?
Yeah, I mean, it's reversing from its point of interest on the M5 as anticipated. So this is, I'm just going to more or less just wait for it. Euro is just in a boomerang sort of point of interest area. Aussie is also, I've taken some profit here from around here. And I'm just, let me look at another chart. There's too much information there. So with the Aussie, I'll be expecting some form of a pullback as well. We do have it's kind of in the middle of no man's land, isn't it? Definitely expecting these equal highs to get hit. What else do we have? And this would be a nice point of interest for potential buys. So if I see some buys from around here, I'll be looking at buys. Apart from that, just gonna manage it really. Hold on a minute. Boom. Yeah, my stop loss is also here. I've got a really, really tight. Yeah, my trade was down here somewhere. Yeah, around 10 hour. Oh, it's dropping as expected. This is why I banked some profit, guys. I banked some profit because I was looking at the DXY and is that a point of interest? So with the Aussie, I'm just going to just wait for it. Just wait until I get some confirmation. And I can't see any of my trade management rules kick in. So this stop loss is going to remain here for now. But I've banked some profits. So I'm good. A lot of profits. Wow. Dollar yen, like I said earlier, right? We had this sort of pattern here. And I was expecting a bit of a fake out to complete a new pattern. Exactly what I said. And now it's happening. So that is, more or less done. So we can update this to something relevant. Again, this even dollar yen is just messing around. I mean, I'm not really going to force anything, Rod. I'm just going to wait. I don't think I can see any potential trades for now.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, no positions is a position.
Exactly.
It's important to preserve the capital. And there was actually this is our fourth live stream, and out of the 4 live streams, we had a winning trade, we had 2 losing trades, and then we had a winning trade last week, and today looks like there's no trade. So I'm happy with those. I'm happy with those kind of stats, because that's the reality of trading. That literally is if we were to separate those into 4 days, right? This is the 4th day. That's literally what our week looks like. You might, 2 trades. Oh, sorry. One trade was a winner. 2 trades was a loser. 1 trade was a winner, and then there's no trade. That's it. It doesn't mean that you should stop looking at the chart, so you should stop doing whatever. No, it just means that it's just you have to wait for the right conditions. You have to wait for the right criteria, and that just you can use this time to simulate something. You can use this time to educate yourself further. It's if you've allocated a specific amount of time to trade, then use that time to focus on something to do with trading. Listen to one of Cam's podcasts. Listen to what other traders are thinking, or join a community and see if you can help another trader out. Why not? Don't you wish when you started you had someone more experienced just dedicate 1 hour to you for nothing, right? And you'll see when you start teaching and coaching others just for free, it's rewarding. It's nice. It's a nice thing to do, and it solidifies your own teachings. There's actually one thing that something that was bugging me recently about getting into the zone. Now, I had an amazing quarter. I had my best quarter this year, right? Those first 3 months, I smashed it. And all of the BLT communities saw my trades, they saw my entries, the whole thing, right? But then come April, I was fasting, so my routine, everything changed. So I thought, let me just step away from trading live. And then since then, I've kind of been really busy with stuff. So I've realized, and I had this conversation with someone that I had a conversation with someone, and it's what they said was that for any task that you do, there is a period where you're essentially warming up and you're getting focused on that task. And that usually on average takes about 20 minutes, right? So any task that you're doing, you've got essentially the first 20 minutes, it's just you getting into flow, into sync with the task. Now, something with like trading, this is definitely the case. Usually the first 20 minutes, you're just like kind of getting into it, checking charts, looking at all the correlations. Now, what I started doing was I would be getting into the zone, checking everything. I say, okay, there's nothing really high probability. All right, next task. I got other things to do. And then an hour later, I might get an alert, and I check out the alert. And I'm looking at the alert for about 20 seconds, and then I'm like, oh, let me get back into my other task. So what you're doing is every time you're jumping from one task to the next, you're resetting your focus time. So when I go back to that other task, I have to sort of remind myself again what I was doing, kind of get back into the zone of it. So what you're doing is you're wasting time. Multitasking waste time. If you're jumping from one thing to the next, you are wasting your time. You're making bad decisions. If you're going through social media whilst you're looking at charts, every single time you check social media or you check something else, you lose that flow, right? You've just lost 20 minutes. You have to go back, right? So for me, my best trading, when I looked at my journals, when I went through my trades, I remember my best trading sessions this year when I was solid 2-3 hour, just straight, just me and on that chart. I was like, not looking at anything else. It's just me on that chart, right? And I smashed out some really good trades. And then so that's something that I had this conversation recently with someone, and I thought I'll share that with everybody. I thought I'll share that with you, Diego, as well, because it's something that we do a lot of there's a lot of things that we do outside of our trading, especially with coaching. And so if we are just jumping from one task to the next, and we're expecting to be trading the M1, where you need to be so focused, like laser focused, like an athlete, right? And what, you know, imagine an athlete just before an event. Imagine Usain Bolt, right, just before 100-meter sprint, and he's checking his phone, or he's calling his mum, or you know, he starts to read a newspaper or something. Like, imagine that just before a race. It's the same thing with trading. If you think you can just be multitasking, you can distract yourself, you can have all these tabs open, and you think you can just, yeah, you can do it. You can do it, but don't expect to be making powerful, high probability decisions. Don't expect that. So I thought I'll share that with everybody. Dropping gems today, guys. Dropping gems. Where are the likes? Where are we on the likes? 112 likes. Thank you, everyone. We reached.
Nice.
Appreciate everyone's time. Appreciate all the love and support. Yeah, bullet fire. Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the flowers. They're beautiful. Yeah, Shine, you know, Shine's one of our BLT members. And what I love about the BLT members is that everyone helps each other out. Everyone contributes. Everyone's sort of giving feedback. There's some deep conversations, really deep discussions sometimes on psychology, on technical analysis, on particular chart. There's different opinions, but then there's this mature conversation happening. And that's what we're like. We're very like-minded individuals. We're very hungry, very committed, very disciplined. So if you guys want to be part of that, part of this type of community, then join the bank level traders. That's what it's about. Surrounding yourself with the right people.
Yeah, literally.
Frank, there is a link in below this video somewhere, and that will send you over to the City Traders Imperium website, and that's where you can find more information about bank level traders. I do recommend though that you join before June, because we're going to be increasing prices in June. So make sure that if you want to learn a very powerful strategy, if you want to be part of a community of traders who are showing back tests. You know what, Diego? Should we show everyone like what the Discord looks like, what our community actually looks like?
We could do. Edwin is a scam. yeah, definitely. That's why you're here watching us.
Yeah,
Love the Edwin. It's all love. All love.
So yeah, let's go ahead and show the Discord.
Yeah, go for it. Also, I'm looking to sell the Aussie, so I'm doing a bit of hedging. There'll be a short coming up soon. Do you wanna share the Discord or?
Did you prepare anything for the Discord?
Yeah. Actually, I got a little something.
Yeah, just show them that little something. Otherwise, don't want to show too much because there's quite a lot going on in that Discord.
Yeah, I'll be quick.
God love the haters, isn't it?
And guys, if you think we're trying to sell you something and you just don't want to hear it, just log out. You know.
Oh yeah. Oh guys, this quick warning for the next 60 seconds, we're going to be selling you something. So if you don't want to hear it,
yeah, just literally leave the room.
Coffee break.
Leave the room. We're here to sell you a course. Like, now is the time to just get out, honestly, and then come back in 10 minutes when we go back to the charts.
Yeah, guys, we don't need your money, man. Honestly, if you wanna improve your trading, you want to improve your mindset, then listen in. If you don't want to do those things, go have a coffee break, because we're going to show you about our bank level trading community.
Let me show my screen again. This is a quick one. Stop screen. Boom. I'm just going to show one example of one of the members and just go through some examples. I'll be very quick. Window, BOT strategy. There we go. All crystal clear. Can you see it?
No, it's I can't see any of the text or anything.
Oh, is it too?
It's on yeah. You might need to zoom in there. Yeah, that's great.
Perfect. Pete, it's scary how accurate bank levels are. Definitely, really, it's crazy. Even I'm still surprised to this day. What's this? Okay, this is just one of the public channels. This was taken live. This was a trade from last week. I believe on a trade in that channel. 10R target, 4R on the live, and I believe after the stream I banked it at 9.2R. So last week, this is a trade that we took live, right? Go watch it if you don't believe us. Obviously, we're a scam, so this is all Photoshop. So if you go on the Trading Nut channel from last week, I go over in detail how I managed to anticipate this particular entry and how I exited here. And then lastly down here. So go check that out. It's actually on the Trading Nut channel from last week, right? And this was the trade. Call that trade live with everyone. And Jason, he's been with us for like a week or two and he's killing it already. You know, he caught this 5-hour trades and he had a bit of a sniper exit. So well done, Jason. He's actually really new to the community. I'm very impressed with his progress. Normally takes most members a while, but he picked it up very quickly. And this was aim high. Shine. I know Shine's watching. Have to big you up. He hit 10R quite effortlessly in this particular trade. So that was a really good trade as well. You know, he secured 80% at 10R and then 20% he just left it running. So well done for aim high, which is Shine. And yeah, I mean, that's it. What else is there? Everything here is just for the community, to be honest. Like there's some trades here. This is a trade that I'm in, etc., which is 10. I've already banked some profit. And that's it. Keeping it simple. Don't want to sell you guys anything, right? Wink, wink. But that's it. Cool.
All right.
That's it. We can look at DXY real quick if you want.
Yeah, selling's over, guys. You can come back.
So those of you who hate the selling, you can come back and look at the sexy stuff. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it. There's too much momentum here, and there's some compression here on the lower time frames. There's still some equal lows, so probably continue going south. So I've already banked a hefty amount on the Aussie. So that's it for me. I'm not gonna force it. So I'm more or less done, Rod. Unless you want to break down something. Or unless one of you guys have a question. Any question you'd like to ask, now's a good time. Chris Robbie, thank you, bro. Diego and Rodrigo, nice and Chris, respect. Okay, we've got somebody we need to ban. We've got a robot here trying to sell us some webcam stuff, so you can do that, Rod.
Okay, yeah. Wait.
Thank you, Shine, for replying. Yeah, you can join the Discord through the CTI website, like Shine just said there.
Oh, so someone's asking for BTC. Have you got anything for?
I haven't looked at Bitcoin? BTC for a while. I can look at BTC quite soon. Kevin, how long have you been trading only this type of strategy? Since we worked at that hedge fund 2-3 years ago, more or less. We've been trading for like 8 years, but the last 2-3 years, we used the smart money concepts that we got taught but then we mixed it with Fibonacci, we mixed it with patterns, and then we came up with this. So, and that's 5 years seeing no results, trading basic retail strategy, seeing okay mediocre results. But when you connect everything and we've got this, we've seen some incredible results. So it's only been a couple of years, if I'm honest.
So there's another question here by JJ. What is the reasoning behind equal lows, equal highs? So there's various reasons. There's not one definition of why we get equal highs and equal lows. There's one explanation for equal highs, equal lows that's quite popular with SMC trading is that it's there to induce retail, right? And what does that inducing mean? Inducing means that it induces traders, or not even just retail. You could be other hedge funds, right? It induces them to trail their stop losses, right? So it induces traders to set their stops at these levels. Why? Because it shows that there is either support or resistance there. Okay. So then what usually happens very often is you get prices, moving lower, and then has a quick spike. It cleans out the equal highs, and then it just keeps going lower. Obviously, there's a lot of manipulation there, and a lot of traders get caught out because they were trading the stop losses, and then they missed out on those bigger gains. But the reason why smart money will do that is because those stops are liquidity. They need that liquidity in order to drive price lower. They can't drive price lower if there's not enough sell orders. Where are the sell orders? There's not enough buy orders. Then there's not enough. They need demand to absorb, right? So where is the demand? The demand is above those equal highs. Why? Because they are buy stop orders. So they need to trigger the buy stops in order to. So that's one explanation of equal highs, equal lows. So you need to think about the logic behind equal highs, equal lows. You need to think, right, these are human beings who are trading these markets. What are they doing? What is everyone doing? Well, they're trying to make money. And they're also trying to protect their balance. How? Using stop orders. So liquidity zones, essentially, where are the stop orders that could drive liquidity? Another explanation of equal highs, equal lows is literally just a point of exchange of institutions. Like they just there are some institutions that want to get into the euro. There are some institutions that want to get out of the euro in exchange for, let's say, the dollar, right? And for both reasons, they could be profitable for that. It might be a hedge, or for another institution, it might just be for a speculation. But they need to make that exchange, and so that exchange happens at specific levels that are, I guess, predetermined. And so that obviously causes there's this sort of like massive layer of orders that are just sitting at a specific level that obviously causes these equal highs, equal lows. That's another explanation, but either way, these are really good levels to be using. I mean, we use it, and other SMC traders will use equal highs, equal lows as pretty good areas to take profits or potentially find an entry. So thanks, Treehawk. Thanks very much. Appreciate that. Kevin, good question. If everyone is doing this strategy, wouldn't this top work eventually? Wouldn't this top work? I think honestly, the retail market is so small, right? If 1,000 of us were trading the BLT strategy, it will do nothing to price. Honestly, the size that you need to trade on the Forex market to actually make a difference on prices is quite substantial. So, I mean, not everyone will trade SMC. I mean, it's become a little bit more popular, but it doesn't mean that, you know, it's not gonna, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna. It's still, there's days when it works, there's days when it doesn't. But I don't think it's gonna be a situation where, oh, this completely doesn't work anymore, because you can back test the stuff going back years and it's just always worked. So hopefully that answers that. So yeah, Zombo, I know you joined recently, and you're saying that you wish you had more available time to learning because you've got a full-time job, it drains your energy, but you have the ambition and rules management to move forward, and you're glad that you joined the BLT fam. Yeah, this is I know this feeling, man. I know this feeling, and many traders are going through this. Many traders are going through this, and it really does. It sucks sometimes, but you need to be grateful. You need to be grateful for this job that you currently have, that is giving you the ability to cover your expenses, whilst even if you've got 1 hour a day to dedicate to trading. And obviously you've joined the BLT community, so be grateful for this job that gives you the ability to learn trading. Eventually you're going to get good enough, or eventually you're going to save enough for funding account with CTI, pass evaluation, start scaling higher, and then you can leave the job, right? There's all, you end up getting another job that's going to give you a little bit more time with trading. It's just like, but first you need to have an edge. So just keep going, don't give up.
Definitely. And also, if you're working, full time, 8 to 5, 8 to 9, 9 to 5, or whatever, just make sacrifices, go to sleep extra early so you can have an hour or two to yourself in the morning to backtest. That's all you need, right? In the evening, you're probably going to be too tired. You want to spend time with the fam or whatever. You need to sort of just chill and relax. Fine, If you want to take it one step further, squeeze in another hour at the end of the day. But it's all about those sacrifices as well and setting your priorities right.
Are you going to try the 20 pip challenge? 20 pip, $20 combined. Oh, you know what? This challenge is literally not the way trading works, because
Doesn't mean
you are
anything. It's not
you are
sustainable. It's silly when people do that.
these type of challenges. It's almost like saying,
Is that
it's
telling
almost like going out in
Cristiano
nature.
Ronaldo to like score? Oh, can he score 10 goals in the next game? Like, and then you judge him because he only scored one.
No,
Doesn't work like that.
it's like going, yeah, or it's like going into the wild. Let's say you go to a forest, and then you're saying, right, let's see how many squirrels are going to climb that tree. Like, how many squirrels can you see climbing a specific trees? Like, it's completely out of your control. Nature has its own thing going on. That's not something you can control. You can't control something like catching 20 pips consistently. That's and you have this expectation, right? If you have an expectation in the markets of a specific result, that is the worst habit you can have as a trader. Worst habit. You cannot have an expectation to win a trade or every single time. No. What the only expectation you should have is, am I following my rules?
I was
Once
thank you, Rod. I was just so interrupted you there, but
yeah,
if you want a real challenge, follow your rules and your trading plan for 6 months. That's a real challenge, not 20
yeah,
pips and trying to flip it. It just doesn't. Trust me,
yeah,
don't listen to these gurus. Gurus, just do it properly.
yeah. And by the way, guys, we're not gurus ourselves, so
We're normal guys.
yeah, yeah. And we're not afraid to be wrong either. We're here live with you guys. Um, we take winning trades, we take losing trades. We're not afraid to. We're very transparent. That's how we do things. And we even show you guys probably 90% of our strategy, probably more. But we know, but we're doing it out of support. We know what it's like to be a trader that's developing, that is still learning, just like us. We're still always learning. So I appreciate everyone at the Trading Nut community. I appreciate all the bank level traders that have joined us. And I think we probably got time for one more. There was you wanted to look
Bitcoin.
at Bitcoin. Yeah. So after Bitcoin, we'll call it a wrap, guys. As we're heading up to lunchtime here in the UK. I think there might be another live stream later on.
Yeah, I'll be quick with Bitcoin. What are some notes here? With Bitcoin, it's at the point of interest. There's obviously multiple entrances here. There's obviously this trend line, this pattern, this wedge, the psychology and the equal lows that Rodrigo just went on about. We've got a stop hunt of the banker block here to the left. So Bitcoin, to me at the moment, it looks bullish. The thing with Bitcoin, the way it rejected it, fair enough, there's a spike, but now it's just consolidating. So that kind of worries me. If it's a strong reversal, really what should happen is rejection, a little bit of consolidation, and then a big rally, but it's consolidating a lot. So I think with Bitcoin, you kind of just need to just wait for that momentum. Then we can catch the retest because it can easily get some momentum to the downside and just continue going lower. So Bitcoin, I'll be favoriting the longs because it is a bit descending, but the bottom is flat. So it's just a symmetrical sort of triangle followed by a bearish momentum to the downside. So that increases the probability of it dropping. But because of the equal lows and the boomerang, that increases the probabilities of it flying. So there's bit of a conflict of interest. So this is why we need to wait for confirmation, right? But it is in a very decent dollar cost average area. So I would definitely, it's a good area to be buying some Bitcoin. Even if it drops down here, it's just a good area because
on a demo account, because none of this is financial advice.
Yeah, literally.
It's all entertainment and opinion. We are not financial advisors, so make sure that you ask a professional financial advisor for advice on Bitcoin, which there are absolutely zero in this world. So good luck to that.
Exactly.
So yeah, the way I see Bitcoin is that for those who have sold, probably would have sold already.
This was a good area to sell. This was a textbook setup.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Expected the BOT, and we said this was going to happen anyway.
Yeah, I remember that. So, yeah, I remember Freddie talking about that short. That was a really good area to short. So with Bitcoin, the way I see it is, for those investors who would have sold, they've probably already sold and capitulated already. And right now the market is so bearish. So many people, the majority of the market is calling for 10K. They're even calling a lot more, even more are calling for 20K. Now, is that possible? Yeah, it's possible. But whenever the majority of the market has that type of sentiment, the opposite happens. So I agree with Diego on this one. It's definitely bullish on BTC. So hopefully that's giving you guys a bit of insight as to how we see BTC. It's purely psychological. BTC is probably one of the most psychological assets out there in terms of market sentiment. I love it, absolutely love it. You can actually see the greed and the fear in the price action. You jump on Twitter and it's like, oh my god, it's just like everything we learned about price action, and you can actually see it in Twitter. Like you can see the dildo candles on Twitter just by reading the comments. Like BTC moves 5%, everyone's like,
and then we see a bullish setup. Like it's crazy.
When you see the memes and the laser eyes, yeah, it's time to bank profits.
yeah, literally.
So What is this?
How long does it take to get the logins for the challenge? It takes like seconds, doesn't it, Rod?
No, there's
minutes.
for
The
the
challenge. No, not the challenge. I thought you meant like an actual funded account or an evaluation account. But for the challenge, they release it after a month or something.
The competition. There's the next competition coming up on the 15th of June. Excuse me. On the 15th of June, but for a funded account, yeah, it's usually just take a few minutes. If you haven't received your logins yet, you need to contact the funding support team, funding@citytradersimperium.com, or just join Discord. And on Discord, we have a support team that are there to help you guys. So final questions. Tips on points of interest. Any tips for marking up points of interest? Yeah, just I got a video on this on the City Traders Imperium YouTube channel. I go over supply and demand, and I go over market structure. So if you want to learn how to find good points of interest, go watch those videos. And I've got another few videos coming out the next few weeks on this topic. If you want to sort of improve your how to sort of find good points of interest, but I've got some videos on there already, so check it out. How much is the BLT membership? So
£500 a month.
No, so it's a $500 for the course, and
it's £369.
Which is £369, and the monthly is currently at £39.
£39, yeah.
Or $50. And prices are going to increase in June. So make sure if you want to join the BLT, do it in the next few days, so you lock in the current prices. And yeah, that's what it's about. Ridesh, it's about showing love. And yeah, if you guys want to know how to head over to CTI YouTube channel, because I've got a lot of content on there about psychology, mindset, how to make it as a funded trader. Because that's what it's about, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That's why we're all here. Cool. All right, everyone. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Trading Nut community. You guys are always amazing. And there's always a few bad apples, but I love you guys as well. I love all the haters. And especially big shout out to the BLT members. You guys are absolutely awesome. I love working with all of you. Can't wait to smash it. I've been away the last couple of days, but I can't wait to smash it up next week. And we'll be back potentially.
I'm off next week.
Are you off next week?
Yeah.
Okay, so to be confirmed. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing this live stream next week. To be confirmed. I'll speak to Cam. I'll see what's going on. And all right, Diego, thank you.
I'm good. And if we got Lawrence, Pete, see you in the community, and Rod, catch you in a bit. Salam. Connor, bye.
Wa alaikum salam. Bye, everyone.